and welcome to the NXT review. We are the Dadley Boyz of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilborn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a mega quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's NXT, the go-home show ahead of NXT Deadline.
Can I let you in on a little trade secret?
Go on.
Do you know when Sidgwick asks for a temperature check on WWE? I check my pulse, but I actually don't need to. I just know that WWE is boiling hot, right? Keep that one to yourselves. But I do have to ask with NXT because it's been an up and down year. And I ask this on the precipice of Daily.
Oh, yeah.
Is NXT starting to get hot again? Because there's been some hot bullshit this last couple of weeks that I have been banged into, and there was more of it on this show.
Well, yeah, it's bullshit. Everyone knows that. Everyone with a brain knows that. So, yes, the answer is yes.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, though. There were two things on this show that I loved.
Yes.
Loved with my whole ass.
And that's before it gets a brick and crowbar.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking mind crowbar. I will say that that's usually better than none. Which is what tends to happen.
Crowbar in the low bar.
Yeah.
What you?
What do you think I thought about this show?
I think that was pretty good once again.
Well, again, dog brain Wilborn, last thing I saw, well, that's the best thing I've ever seen. What does that mean? What's happening next there? But also, Jada Parker.
Oh my God.
We'll get to her in due course. And just, I really enjoyed this show. And it's Christmas Eve, and it's before Christmas Day, which is the ancient behaviour.
This is correct.
That's why Christmas has come early, and I have as well. I need a new pair of trousers. Right, let's...
Just in case you didn't get it, he spunked in his pants.
Let's start this show off with the giant ITV qualifier. It was Jada Parker.
It's not that funny, mate.
It's him versus Kalani Jordan versus Cora Jade versus the leader of the RenQCC, Ren Sinclair. Early on, just loads of like schoolboy roll-ups.
Wrestling, but don't worry, there's other stuff coming.
There's a double roll-up and stuff in there. Cora Jade, though, hits a double clothesline as a springboard stomp to Kalani Jordan's back. She chokes Ren against the rope, but then Jada jumps her, sets Cora on the middle turnbuckle, Ren on the bottom. There's a double teardrop from Jada Parker as we go to a break. When we come back, there's a Tower of Doom spot, some near falls off the back of that. Cora hits a knee lift to Ren, then one to Jada. Tries it with Kalani, but it gets caught with a nice powerbomb for two. Kalani Jordan frog splashes Jada Parker and Sinclair at the same time, but Cora Jade makes the save. Jordan hits a 450, but Parker drops Sinclair onto the pile to break it all up. Suddenly, there's Lola Vice on the apron. She goes to throw a spinning back fist at Jada Parker. Jada Parker ducks it, but in the process, Lola Vice drags her out of the ring, but the spinning back fist connects on one Ren Sinclair. She is out cold. She collapses backwards onto Cora Jade. 1, 2, 3. The fluke win for Ren Sinclair. She's in the ATV.
You know. We're going to say, don't you? This is the exact same finish at Heatwave with Ethan Page.
Yes.
Like, Shawn Michaels used to have a trick, and he probably still does, where it's like, what goated things happened to my career? What are my memorable sort of chapter things? I don't know. Chapters. And he would just do them, but have his talking props do them instead. Now he's just doing his stuff.
My career highlights are actually as a booker.
Yeah.
So I'm going to redo them.
Greatness echoes greatness.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. Was there anything I liked in this match? No.
Mm-hmm. I really like Kalani Jordan.
I like a lot of them, and this is miles better than War Games.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, you see that match? Dude.
I had a this morning that was better than the Women's War Games match. Come on, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
No, that's fair.
We're not doing this.
The thing is, like, I see NXT Women's Division sucks. It's not, but that
it is.
underneath crop is They probably deserve a little bit more credit than they're getting this year. I think the big names are coming. The top tier has been well established, and then it's looked like trash. And this match, I think, is better than the average from this crew, and there is some actual development going on the quasi-developmental brand. Genuinely. That's what I'll say for this.
My thing about this match was it was a notch above most singles women's matches. We're on the low end of that women's division. In that, because it was a 4-way and it was move. Like a lot of these matches in NXT, irrespective of gender, don't really have like good transition spots that make sense.
Yeah.
So without the need for them, the match is obviously an improvement. I will say Cora Jade runs the ropes like she's running forward and running on the spot at the same time.
Yeah.
It is the most incredible thing. It takes her like 50 steps to do anything.
I remember
It's insane.
The Louis Theroux wrestling documentary, The Weird Weekends and Late Nighters, and it was the first time, just one of them weird like wrestling things that you don't notice until it's illustrated to you directly, that like the idea was we're going to have a bit of fun watching how much wrestling hurts, and Louis Theroux's going to be the guinea pig for this. And like every time he hits the ropes, he's making like a tennis player, and I was like that because it hurts, right? But the first run is exactly that. Twinkle toes across the ring, the wrestler's like, no, you kind of got to get there in 3. And he's like, miles away, and then he does it. It's just a local indie guy, but he's like, you can do it. You can do it in 3. And then you see Louis Theroux try to do it, and the less steps he takes, the more the ropes hurt. Thank you. The more the ropes hurt. Right, and gets even louder, but he's reducing the steps, and like he's and the guy with him is like, that's you got it. In other words, the business really hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the sense of like she never wants to get there because it knacks.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan of Ren Sinclair as well, and I'm really happy that she's.
It's a huge weekend for the Ren QCC.
Well, we'll get more into the Ren QCC later. She's in a bit of an outside bet now for me. Yeah. There's a bit of me that thinks she's just going to fluke her way to a title shot. Mm-hmm. I still think I'm going to pick someone like a Stephanie Vaquer, but yeah. Well, anyway, we'll get to them a little bit later on. More.
They're going to do this, but she's going to get at least one pin with a spot almost identical to this, isn't she?
Yeah.
Or a near fall.
Yeah.
Right, Sarah's backstage with Eddie Thorpe, asked about the events where he put his hands on Ava, which led to her being knocked down. And it's like, oh, sorry, Ava, she hasn't got the surname. She's Rock's daughter, general manager of NXT and Booker and Cook of the Year, obviously. Watch this show. Eddie says, look, we've all seen the tape last week. We all know it's not my fault. I'm going to win for my people. And Lexis King walks up, says, hey, you bloody loose cannon. What's your anger issues? Eddie says, I don't need advice from a man with daddy issues, thank you. And Lexis says, I'm not my dad, actually. I can prove it.
And I mean, folks, where's the lie? And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
He sure isn't.
It's like he's manually recorded that audio for us.
I know.
Thanks for sending that in, Bobby.
I'll get it clean for
space.
You. He's going to do what his dad couldn't do and win a singles title, which begins tonight. And then he's like, piss off, get away from me. Storms off.
Did you know? You're both sitting down, thank God. Lexis King is Brian Pillman's son.
Really?
Yep. Real life scoop for you there.
Who's Charlie Dempsey's dad?
Well, I've got to show you this. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to crack this case.
I've done like the spider web in there. I can't really get any closer to the answer.
Really weird because like
every time you think you've got there, it just
yeah, God, that string doesn't tie up that string.
Backstage, William Regal said to him once, "Maybe you are your father's son," and I was sat there going, "Who is he, William?" But then the segment just ended, so I'll never know.
Dempsey. Right, Jada Parker's back out. Yes, I was thinking Bull
Dempsey.
It all makes sense.
Sounds funny. I didn't think his father was a bull. Thought he was a snake.
That's a different animal. Speaking of animals, come and have a look at my collection. Bloody loads. There's more animals in my house than in that bloody locker room.
So Jada Parker's back out. She is pissed off.
Yeah.
She is yelling at the referees to take down the ring rope. She's quite insistent about it.
Yeah.
We come back from commercials after she's very insistent to the referees to take down the ring ropes. And she's in there and they're sort of half taking them down. And she's calling out Lola Vice. She said, I thought I made it clear when I smashed that brick. You out of your f***ing mind, Crowbar. off Lola's skull.
Love Brick, mate.
Brick rules, man.
I've been mad into Brick. Welcome to the podcast, Brick.
Yeah.
So she talks about Lola Vice costing her a qualifier twice. So you know we got to run that back. Everyone's like, oh, Jada Parker done a swear.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, baby. She goes, I want the NXT Underground match. And bitch, I ain't leaving this ring until you get your ass out of here. Booker, I often, I need to remember what Booker said here. It was easy to remember it because the entire time he just went, yeah, throughout the whole thing. He is loving it. But it is not Lola Vice that comes out. It's Ava. She hasn't got the surname. She's Rock's daughter, general manager of NXT. She comes out and says, look, I'm happy to give you the match, but not tonight. You can't possibly wrestle twice. You know, unless you're working the pay-per-view and your name's
Nathan Fraser. Sorry, unless your name is...
Nathan Fraser.
When I'm cleaning windows.
I know you got the general manager and book of the Cook of the Year, amigo. But I've got some questions.
He says amigo every time I read his things down. Anyway, yeah. After the NXT Underground at NXT Deadline, Lola comes out and says, I did your ego a favor because this is my world. You don't know anything about it. You're not going to have that brick.
Out of your mind, Clover.
I'll knock your ass out. And Jada says, I don't need it. Drops the brick and knocks...
Out of your mind, Clover.
and drops it with
Use ass quick before it's too late.
drops it with an elbow. Not an ass.
Ass, yeah. Jada Parker and Lola Vice kind of rule.
Jada Parker's awesome.
Yeah, she rules.
They've had good years, the pair of them, and here's some earnest praise for this. The decision to have her furiously demand the ring get taken down, so you've got this this different visual set for like what they're going to do to each other at like NXT Underground. Spot on, absolutely spot on. Like really, really great presentation of this feuad of these two. The hatred feels real. Like Jada Parker's in the promo form of her life. Lola Vice has had a good year in general, just like sort of on the come up in this division. Good stuff, just good stuff.
Jada Parker rules. This is one of the two things that I thought were awesome on this show. Like, actually, genuinely, like, she felt like, who wants it?
Yes.
Who f***ing wants it? You seen that video of that dude? Yeah. That's what I'm asking the professional wrestling brotherhood. Who actually wants it? Who wants to be a star? Who wants to do something that energizes me? Or who wants to either do nothing or who's dumb enough to think that the 2017 playbook of great matches is going to get them anywhere in this business?
Yeah.
Who wants it? I think Jada Parker wants it.
Yeah.
So weird.
This
Promo
promo's awesome.
NXT.
Yeah.
Crowd were like, what'd she say? Not the only thing that, but anyway.
It's not just the how, it's the who as well, isn't it? Like, Sidge, maybe you could give us an impression as if maybe like Ava, she's not saying she's rocked out John Manager of NXT. What if she was given a swear? She'd probably throw it away, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she probably wouldn't.
I don't know. We could book 2 matches for Deadline. F*** it.
Thanks, Ava.
Actually, I think that'd be a pretty awesome character trait. Indistinct swear.
South Park where they get to swear. And give the one swear to Ava.
Maybe you got some on your face there.
So, yeah.
What are you doing?
You out of your f***ing mind, Crowbar.
Right. So, I'm riding a wave at this
Match is set for next week. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Go on.
Right.
Sorry.
So I'm riding a wave at this point, yeah? You got Ren Sinclair, you've got Eddie Thorpe and Lexis King, you've got Jada Parker.
If I say yes,
How's that? Can this get any better? Yeah, it can.
give you this match, will you get the out of my office? That's it from me.
So, can this get any better? Yeah, it can. Carmen Petrovic is backstage.
She's going to be back every single week, brother. Just so you know.
Brindley Reese and Dion Lennox are there. And she's thanking Brindley for the advice. Brindley says, come on. You guys are good to go. I'm like, yes, Brindley, they are. Carmen's still not sure about Shanti.
Yeah.
But then some flowers arrive with a little note saying, it's from Shanti. And the text indicate were before anything like us happened. Dion's like, player. Shut up, Dion. Carmen says he is a player, but he's sweet, and she goes off to put him in water.
Oh my God.
But then,
Oh no!
Yeah,
that was a good thing. Because this is will they, and then later it's won't they.
Where'd he come up with that?
It's a good device.
Nice one, Sean. Done it again.
the tag champs, there's been Axiom.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Backstage, Axiom's getting excited about his last chance qualifier. He says, big night, but I like my chances. But Fraser's not hearing him. He's focusing in because all the tag teams are coming out for the Battle Royal. Axiom yells at him. He's like, calm down, amigo. I'm focusing on the Battle Royal. I got to pull double duty on Saturday. Axiom's like, I'm have to as well. Fraser says, hey, if anyone can, you can. But you got to qualify first, amigo. I love these two.
We're a bit like NXT because we've given Nathan Fraser
completely flanderized ourselves.
We've given him about 15 gimmicks and voices at this point. So
they.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like we're
hard-hitting home truths.
All he needed was an amigo, and that showed up straight off.
And the blue flash on the screen when he was first Sonic. Anyway, gotta go, amigos.
I've got amigo.
I've got a match right now. I've got to amigo.
He was going to say it again if you didn't catch it.
Yeah. Always. Right, time for the, I guess even better, the tag team battle royal to determine who faces tag champions. That would be an Axiom.
When I'm cleaning windows.
In it,
I've got that.
we have Briggs and Inamura.
Yep.
Didn't mention them yesterday. Tyson DuPont, Tariq Igwe, the family, OTM, Gallus, Good Tank, and the RenQCC. Inamura cleans house in a big brawl. Inamura is the one cleaning house. Josh Briggs is sort of directing him here. Look at Crucifino. Gets chopped over the top rope by Inamura.
Bad night for the family.
Yeah, I think they were the first team out, weren't they? Yeah.
It looked pretty awesome, though.
Oh, yeah.
My first proper look at Inamura, and I was like, yeah, I think I get this.
Yeah.
Briggs grabs Tavian Heights and throws him over the top. But Gallus then gets rid of Briggs. And then Stax gets laid out by OTM and thrown over the top. That takes us to a break. Our boys Hank and Tank eliminate Tyreek. And then there's a bit where like Hank goes for a handshake. Tyreek pulls down the rope and poor Hank gets eliminated. Gallus is the only team left. Yeah, I should say your partner can be eliminated. It has to be both members of the team to eliminate you. Gallus is the only full team left. And I thought, oh, bollocks. They take out Price. Tank goes over the top, but his partner's Hank is there to catch him and put him back on the apron. Bourne gets sent over the top, but holds on, and then they all team up to get rid of Gallus. Yes! Anyway, we get down to Lucian Price, Bourne, and Tank Ledger. And Bourne gets choke-slammed onto Ledger.
Yeah.
Lucian Price goes up top, but gets crotched. Bourne clotheslines Ledger out and drop kicks Lucian Price. What a night for the No Quarter Catch crew. Bourne and Heights will challenge for the tag titles on Saturday.
Kind of a good night for the No Quarter Cash crew, but it was weird that Tavian Heights was booked like trash.
That was my only flaw in an otherwise total over-delivery.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, I loved this.
This was just really, really fun. Like a nice, tightly booked battle royal. You can't have a battle royal without any fluff because by its nature you kind of have to have a bit, but then the idea is that's supposed to contribute to the overall chaos of it. This made good on what's been 3 useless weeks of television for this division. Genuinely, this was quite a satisfying payoff to the stupid idea of them fighting all around the buildings. Surprising winners, but then not in the context of the show, and could out of nowhere RenQCC have this amazing night. Done this with stables before with someone like Chase U, where out of nowhere the group has a good night and they feel a bit more legitimised. But I like Tavian Heights genuinely, and I found it odd that it wasn't that he just didn't get as much shine; it was that he got none at all. They used him for that bit where Josh Briggs, Inamura and Tavian Heights have we were in Noah and we developed this mutual respect, and then Josh Briggs boots Tavian Heights over as if to say there is no mutual respect. So what about Noah? And maybe that's going to lead to a feud between the two of them. Don't know. I just found that was the only link between the three. So why did you have to chuck him out? Couldn't you just boot him in the head? Otherwise, good time.
I mean, This was really quite dramatic because there was no, that's the offshoot of a terribly booked division is that not many of them are over, so anyone could win, so it therefore becomes a bit unpredictable. This was paced really well and structured really well. I was like, oh, Gallus are the only one with 2 members left, and you think, no, for fuck's sake. Then one of them gets hied over, and then it just becomes this absolutely incredible 3-minute triple threat sprint.
Yeah.
The crucifix bomb assist and the step up into there was just some really, really breathless action here, powered by the charisma of the Tank.
Yeah.
Who I love.
This
is really good.
I didn't even mind when all Gallus was still in, because I was doing the bargaining going, well, hang on, if Gallus win, they're going to lose to Fraxium and then split up.
Yeah,
so everyone was I was even fine with that
Everyone's a
outcome.
winner, baby, that's for sure.
I want to get your thoughts on what you think happens in that tag match on Saturday, but I'm just going to nip off because it's the Christmas party tomorrow. I've got a little bit of organisation to do, so I'll be back.
Murray's organised it.
I know, but I've got a little bit of a surprise, let's just say.
I bet you don't. I bet you tomorrow you don't have a surprise.
Oh, if I don't take this phone call. Yeah, sorry, mate. Back in a second.
Well, what's his surprise going to be?
Yeah, what do we think he's setting up here? He likes karaoke on the Christmas dues.
So he's going to book us in, is he?
Maybe. He did last year. He's very, very proud of how he talked his way in. He's told you this story before, right?
Yeah.
It was 1 a.m. And they're like, oh, we've booked him for a different date. And he's like, well, if you look at the specific wording on the booking.
He must be pissed with his brains as well.
I know an Italian-American wrestler that can do something about this.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
You warm in that?
Your match last night.
Quite warm down here, guys.
Your match last night was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Shame we couldn't get it done, but hey, congratulations to the Rank UCC. Happy for them. And yeah, well, not all bad news. I gotta chat a little bit to that Eric Bischoff guy backstage. Got a lot of things to say, that guy has.
Far be it for me to parent you this way with the Dadleys, obviously, but I
2 of them.
do not want you going on that podcast. You're very welcome on this one.
You know he used to run WCW?
Yeah.
He's also a pilot. Sidge, what's the deal with pilots?
What did he say before? What's the deal with pilots?
He's also a pilot.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
What's the deal with pilots, though? He was telling me about that. I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Pilots are the people who fly planes.
Oh, that's the guy I've been traveling with.
Yeah. Do you think it drove itself?
I thought Tesla or some goddamn stuff was going on up there.
Who do you think the guy was then? Because you know who the guy was.
Like, I don't know, a steward or something?
Okay. But
Good
did
luck,
he ever
there's a
serve you?
little guy in
Did he
there.
ever serve you refreshments?
He disappeared at the start of every goddamn flight.
So he thought he was dogging it.
I just thought he was I don't know, man.
Okay. But the pilots are the people who fly the planes, man.
You know, actually, I was reading about this. A fighter pilot actually got arrested for attempting to set fire to his lover in bed. And he was in court, and they said, well, why not would you do such a goddamn thing? He said, sir, I'm a highly decorated fighter pilot. And when I go down in flames. 3 questions, 3 jokes for you.
Oh, boy.
Stage question joke number 1. What's a pilot's favorite kind of donut, huh?
What we got? Ring donuts, glazed donuts, Krispy Kreme.
Anything about Boeing? Bonut.
Plain donut.
Maybe
Too obvious, isn't
Well,
it?
if it-
Too obvious. We should go with donut.
Yeah. A pilot's favorite kind of donut. What other kind of donuts are they? Like jam, custard.
Oh.
Because Dippin' Dots. Is the actual
That's ice cream.
dash? Not the Dippin'
Not the
Dots.
Dippin' Dots. I think you were right with donut.
We're not. Should we just say a plain donut?
Yeah, hang on. A plain donut, Stacks. Yeah! We're off. We're flying.
I have a question.
Talking stuff.
I have a question joke number 2. Why was Chewbacca such a terrible pilot, huh?
What is he? do or say. 'Cause that's Paul
Big
White.
Show.
Oh, that's a Big Show. Sorry.
Go
I know this.
on him.
Why was he such a terrible pilot? Because you need a co-pilot, of course, and any sort of safe aircraft. But he liked to fly solo.
That's a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
I was going to come up with something about him being a Wookiee and it's like mispronouncing rookie. I think that yours is better. Yours is stronger.
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know if he is a Wookiee.
I don't know if he.
Just it's a Star Wars.
I think
version.
I think it's a Wookiee. But did he fly solo? Because Solo's he's a Millennium Falcon guy.
I just really like. I think he.
Because he likes to fly solo.
Yeah. He likes to fly solo.
Good night, right? Why was Chewbacca a terrible pilot? I mean, what do you expect? He was just a Wookiee. You're so goddamn close.
Now we'll surely get the third one, and we could have had the hat trick.
Great joke to tell the kids that, though, if they're just getting into Star Wars.
It doesn't really like Star Wars though. So what was the first one again?
What's a pilot's
A
favorite
plane
kind of
that-
donut?
I'll tell James that one.
Well, tell him this one, too. What do you call a pilot wife's genitalia?
A pilot's wife's genitalia. Cord. So I was just trying to think of, puns and filth.
Good night, right?
No. I was conferring.
Oh God.
Because I just my intonation at the end. Boeing, Concorde.
Can we have the setup again, please?
What do you call a pilot wife's genitalia?
I mean, it's not topping that. is there?
I don't know, Stacks, man.
What do you call a pilot wife's genitalia? The cockpit. See you later, guys.
Oh wow, that was a trip.
It was.
That was a trip indeed. Oh God. Bye, Stacks.
Look, if you look at the date, it'd be Friday morning that I want the room for. All right, see you tomorrow. Well, technically Friday. Bye. Just getting some stuff sorted.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it. Last year, I actually booked the karaoke room.
Yeah.
They foolishly left 1 a.m. Friday morning open, and they tried to argue, no, that's day after. I went, I think you'll find it's 1 a.m. on Friday morning. Open that room up. Thank you very much. Shout out to Danny Megan, who came with us.
Thank you, Danny.
I'm back! Eric Bischoff's out.
That's how you announce yourself back into the room.
Indeed. I'll say when I walk into Cozy Joe's tomorrow. He says, God, this place is undeniable, innit? He's been on the...
Did you get it, Sid?
He also says, it's undeniable I've been on the edge of wrestling. I revolutionised the industry. Nitro, that was awesome. NWO, awesome. Walking through the doors at NXT, that's also awesome.
Going to touch on TNA?
Yeah, I never does. Never.
Got a working relationship with them now.
Yeah.
He says, the revolution's happening in NXT. People are all part of it. He saw the array of talent that holds the future in the palm of their hands. They're going to take things to the stratosphere. And two of them are my guests tonight, Ridge Bloody Owl and Trick Williams. Come out, and he says, still Bischoff, I couldn't wait for the opportunity to see you two up close and personal, face to face. The intrigue and tension is palpable. Ridge, you're the antithesis of what a WWE superstar should be. And Ridge just looks at him. But I mean that in a good way.
Did you see Ridge Holland got one day to be Jay White yesterday and be the kid list? You see that? He just, after the New Day split, he just tweeted a picture of himself and for years, Jay White was like, AEW, I was the kid list.
Yeah.
New Japan's great. I was probably the kid list. Ridge Holland got a day. I'm Catalyst, mate. I did that.
I'm to Catalyst.
He says Ridge is a throwback to the Crusher and Bruiser days. They take what they want, no apologies. But Trick is the evolution of the revolution, a collegiate athlete with power, size, charisma. He's got it all.
What?
He can't wait to see how this develops, says Bischoff. And Ridge says, Trick, you're nothing but a stand-up comedian. He'd know, I suppose, technically.
Yeah.
You're nothing but a
How
stand-up
do you know when the mother-in-law's been around?
I don't know. How do you know that, Rich?
All the mice have thrown themselves into the traps. We're laughing at that.
Don't say it with a jaunty voice.
It's a reference. Come on.
He says you're an insult to the vision of what NXT should be.
Who cares about the brains?
Eric Bischoff can come out and sing your praises. Fans can shout your name, but at the end of the day, I'm going to win the title at Deadline, and I don't have to listen to has-been podcast hosts hanging on to the last bit of relevance. The future of NXT is going to be in his hands, and he's going to squeeze it by the throat. I don't really know how this is going to work. This is now just get away from me, and it'll go wherever I want it to. What? Anyway. Trick says, Ridge, you built like a...
NXT, you look like me daughter.
Trick says, Ridge, you built like a fridge. Oh, no. Ridge, you built like a fridge, he says. You destroyed Chase U, but you're not original. You vanilla...
You should be one of his... I'm the Ridge.
Yeah.
You're vanilla, you're bland, you're boring. Don't let the ice fool you. I'll beat your ass right now.
God, I love Trick.
You want what I have. Rich says, I don't need what you've got, Trick. I'll prove what I'm about when I destroy Chase U and when I beat you in Philly. You stand there, 6'4", flashy head to toe, including title. You play football in pads, I played rugby, you bastard. Yeah. You're soft, you. I'll put you down. Headline, I'll be champion. Trick says, you think I'm soft? And chins him. And they brawl. They go to the outside. Trick gets slammed into the apron, though, and then into the steps. And Ridge clears the commentary table and hits a Redeemer onto it, and it does not budge. After that, we get a recap of everything that happened. And Trick's hospitalised. He's heading off in an ambulance, and Ava's heading there with him.
This absolutely sucked ass. Yeah. And far be it from me to say that Mr. Story couldn't get his story straight. I'm wrong, correct me, please do. Didn't Bischoff last week in that inexplicable sort of thing, popped up on the screen, said something to the effect of, controversy creates cash. Pull the other one, Eric. And say, I'm coming here to shake things up and needle you or something. He's complimented them and then stood in the background looking very old, quite frankly.
His lack of purpose was undeniable.
I just the story beats didn't really connect for me, though. He said he's going to do one thing, then he did something else. Was the point of don't take it the wrong way, Rich. I mean, you're like a throwback. Was that meant? Was the bit genuinely? I'm asking questions here. Meant to be? I'm going to say something that could be taken the wrong way, but I'm being nice, really. But I'm trying to get you to. What the was this?
Well, and as well, it's like what I'm going to do is set these two people off against one another. These like rivals that have been feuding on TV for weeks.
Yeah.
Once again, Eric, you achieved nothing.
Yeah.
Just
You've achieved nothing since 1997.
It was stupid stunt cast and a bad segment.
But something great.
Trick's still cool.
Something great comes from this, yes. Mm-hmm. And Trick is still cool. Trick is cool. Trick is elevating bad
material. Is he?
Yeah, he's still cool.
He's elevating bad material and making you forget bad matches.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
And they've really hyped up the bit where he gets it with the Redeemer on Saturday, basically.
And did you hear Vic Joseph say the Women's Eye Survivor was likely to be the show?
Did.
So they've looked at Rich Holland and gone, headlining this show.
Yeah.
No.
The hits keep on. Well, that wasn't it, but the hits keep on coming after this because it's time for Carmen Petrovic versus Nikita Lyons.
Oh my God.
Kicks, throwing kicks, and they kicking each other. And Nikita Lyons gets a takedown. Petrovic fights back, strikes away, but then Lyons grabs her with a released German suplex. She goes for the Vader bomb, but Carmen moves. And then here, honestly, highlight of the match for me, is Ashanti. He helps Carmen Petrovic up, sees Nikita Lyons coming, and shoves Carmen Petrovic to save her. Shoves her out of the way. He gets hit by Nikita Lyons, and Carmen is back with the silent slice to get the 1, 2, 3. But, oh no, these crazy kids can't get it together. Carmen's not happy that Ashanti pushed her out of the way and walks off without him.
If only it was televised. So if only this was televised, then it would be cleared up by, just fast forwarding to the finish, which would take about YouTube. Yeah. WWE. Scroll down. Bang. Skip. Probably 12 seconds to clarify what happened. I'm talking 12 seconds.
I like that you went, yeah, and it is YouTube.
Oh, no, add an extra 3 because it's a skip ad. So 15, 16 seconds we're talking about, mate. And then Nikita Lyons is just, Kenny Omega's got his V-trigger, the knee. Misawa had the elbow. Nikita Lyons has got a race. Just uses a race.
That's it. You can't have brick or crowbar.
You can always call on ass. You can call me ass. Oh, this excellent storyline continues.
Shut up, man.
At least you got a button for Nikita Lyons now. You've always been looking for that one for weeks, haven't you? Every time she comes on screen, press the wrong button. Now you've found the
Now
right
you can
one.
call me ass. Is that all right? We're not getting in trouble for that. I'll stop doing it. Oh, sorry. Do you want to have a go on the ass? sorry. Say that again, Nicholas. I didn't have your mic up.
Well, I can't. That's not organic now, is it?
Well, what did you say?
Well, that's because people at home don't get that.
You said-
You've ruined it for yourself.
You said don't have a go. What did you say? Kiss my what?
Kiss my ears.
He always gets you.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Crowbar walking down the street. Where's it?
Don't know why I try and resist.
Brick and crowbar walk down the street. Paul Simon's going to be on. Right.
We'll have to see if he's appeared.
That's Roy Orbison.
What?
You say walking down the street?
No, I was doing the
Brick and crowbar walk down the street and say, come on.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're going to appear on his Spotify rap. Get my lawyers on the phone.
Sean
Are you
Spears.
out of your f***ing mind, Garfunkel? He's his Kane. Simon and Garfunkel are the dead man and Kane. Ain't that right,
Right, all
Garfunkel?
yours, brother.
Ain't that right, Garfunkel? Yes.
What a voice that man has got.
I put Graceland out there and people started respecting the business. I didn't think I needed Garfunkel.
But speaking of art, back to NXT. Sean Spears congratulates.
The water's looking pretty troubled, Big Show, but I got a bridge that I can walk across.
The wild card, Nico Vance of NXT Level Up, is being congratulated by Sean Spears for his attack on Tony D. Brooks is like, what now? Spears is like, long game. Got another strategy. It's going to be to attack him after a match, probably. But with our talent, we can do what we like, basically. We're just missing one thing. And there it is. And Gigi Dolan walks past. Spears is like, hey, Gigi, welcome back. I'll be watching closely. Even Tatum Paxley goes, he's creepy, and that's me saying it.
Sean Spears is the weirdest gross turd in wrestling.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Welcome back, Gigi. He just stands there the whole time. He's got that weird sleeveless suit thing that I hate. Watching matches intellectually in NXT.
Real clever lad.
I thought it was a nice line, that, from Tatum Paxley. That's weird and creepy, and I'm saying it.
Kane Val Venus and Sean Spears are the cleverest guys in that locker room.
I did like that he called him Brooksy. Hey, Brooksy!
We have the NXT Spotlight, quite rightly, on the Rank UCC. Charlie Dempsey says, I know I'm hard on you sometimes. I don't know why he's Rich Holland now. But I'm proud of you. Tavian says we're going to bring home the tag titles. And Ren's going to be Iron Survivor. But she says, I haven't won anything yet. But it'll all work out how she planned. Rank UCC, baby. He's like, NQCC. She's like, Rank UCC, shut up.
All good.
Take over. I don't care. I love it.
Yeah. Fill in the Chase U-sized hole already, aren't they? Rank UCC.
And that hole's never completely closed.
Nope.
Gigi Dolan with Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dame was next. I should mention, actually, watching in the back was Fatal Influence. That is, of course, if you're unaware, Fallon Henley, the Women's North American champion, Jasmine Nix, and, of course, JC Jane. Doing some great acting.
Ah, yeah. Got any faces you can pull, Jesse? Just open MJF's massive book.
Yeah. We have a silly time on Wednesdays, don't we?
Oh, dear. Izzy Dame stomps away in the ropes. Again, Spears is just being creepy, watching in the aisle. Taya Batchley gets taken out with a big boot that Spears really enjoys. But Gigi slips out of a half crab. Izzy Dame got a 2 count off an STO, but Gigi hits the Gigi driver and gets the 1-2-3.
We haven't had the scariest button on the board regularly for a while, but this was the most down with the Sidgwick match I've watched in months, and it's probably something to do with Gigi Dolan returning because it was almost impossible to concentrate at the work for all that, like constantly, like freeing Lex Luger out there.
Yeah, the action was bad.
But we go backstage for an interview with Javon Evans, who interrupts.
Oh my God, this sucked ass.
Appalling.
I was like, what's happening watching this?
Yeah, I think he was nervous. Bless him.
Well, he wasn't like they both sucked.
Yeah, they both sucked.
I don't want to take some of the heat off X-Pac because Javon Evans was terrible too.
Yeah.
X-Pac's there, and they shake hands. Javon sort of geeks out a bit, and X-Pac reminds Evans that he was the same age as he is now when he beat Razor Ramon. But best of luck for anti-behavior. And Evans is like, oh, thanks very much. X-Pac goes to shake his hands, and he's like, no, let's have a too sweet. And that just fires up Javon Evans more. He's going to kick some ass.
You have sympathetically recapped that out of your.
I like both of them. Yeah, too
and
much.
I felt the same way watching it because this was just bad. This was really bad.
Awkward.
It was poor in concept because like you don't want to do too often this like wrestlers worshipping the legends thing anyway. But then Javon Evans kind of over-egged that part and made it feel a bit like a bit icky. But then Sean Waltman like was just reciting lines, and I almost felt sorry for him. I was like, he probably could have just gone and said, "Really like watching you wrestle, kid," but they'd had him have to reference these 3 or 4 specific things, and you could just see those 3 or 4 specific.
Yeah, you could see it all going through his head.
Yeah.
You could see it going through his mind. It was really phenomenally awkward. And I'm not saying that Javon Evans hasn't gone back and studied tape, but it's been well established to promote him as a proper youthful wrestler. That his first WrestleMania that he watched was WrestleMania 20. Mm-hmm. He's born.
No, he was born after WrestleMania 20.
I mean, his first one was probably what?
I feel like 5 or 6, like 25, 26, something like that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane. So he could have gone back and studied tape and loved it all and
And
whatever.
Michael's Taker 1's like his Hogan Warrior for us.
I mean, that's insane.
the reality.
That's absolutely insane.
Wow.
I'm an old guy, and I've got an old frame of reference, being a pretty old guy. Javon Evans cuts promos like the killer from Scary Movie when he gets stoned. Sorry. But he does, doesn't he?
Thinking of that when the mask. He's got he's on the phone.
It's kind of what he does. He cuts promos like that.
You need to go and rewatch Scary Movie. You and I were talking about it.
Funny visual, that man.
Me and Sid were having a chat about Scary Movie the other day. I think.
What was she like in bed?
One of the worst genres ever, that film spawned. But as an
The first 3.
What?
That trilogy is class. I stand by it. It's so good. I was telling him about Leslie Nielsen's in the 3rd one. I was telling him about it.
Yeah, and it did sound goated, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Add that to the list with the Jackass film. When we have our film now, we have a boys' film now. I'll put that on there.
Jackass 4, Scary Movie 3.
I'm picturing you in like an MJF lair. Check out my cinema collection. It's just Jackass.
Ace Ventura.
Scary, yeah, all Ace Ventura copies.
Right.
That visual gag of him with the tongue out is really funny. Really, I'd forgotten all about that. Well,
Oh, God.
The baked mask class.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
nice one, Budweiser. That was a good bit.
And Dudley Boyz
He cuts
ruined it,
promos
didn't they?
like baked masks. Scary Movie. He does.
Right, time for the men's last chance NCAA. Cedric Alexander, Lexis King, Eddie Thorpe, and one half the tag team champions, Axiom.
I love how people, obviously, you'll never make it this far unless you've been listening for a long time. If you don't know, Axiom's original character was Math Genius.
Yes.
Hence that button.
He's incredible in between the ropes, and we're like, yeah, nerd.
Remember his entrance? Just like, this man breaks the rules of space and time. And
Just
also can do maths quickly.
I like that, amigo. I can do it even quicker. The rest of the people who've already qualified for the NCVA are dotted about. Ethan Page is on commentary. Wesley's in the, what's it called, Eagle's Nest. And Javon Evans is amongst the people in the studio audience.
Love that bit, don't they? Everyone gets a difference there. Love that bit on NXT. Everyone's in a different spot. Looks stupid.
Early on, we have a huge dive from Cedric and Axiom onto Eddie and Lexis King on the outside. Cedric hit a standing Spanish fly and covered, but Lexis and Eddie broke it up as we went to a break. When we come back, there's an attempt at a double superplex by Eddie. Oh, sorry, by Cedric and Axiom, but it's turned into a stacked powerbomb by Lexis King. He sort of runs wild briefly here. Slams Cedric, throws Axiom at him, belly to belly, bridge on both of them for a nice 2 count. And then gets both sent to the outside, and Lexis King dives onto them. Then Eddie kicks at King and hits Cedric with a snap suplex. There's a brainbuster to Axiom that gets a nice 2 count as well. Axiom hits a super Spanish fly to get a 2 count on Eddie Thorpe and locks in an armbar. But Cedric comes in, frog splash to Axiom. He goes on the apron, clotheslines Eddie, kicks King. There's a Michinoku driver, but Eddie breaks that up at 2. Axiom hits a half and half suplex, and the golden ratio to Lexis King. He's got the match won. He is heading to NXT Deadline, the NCVA. But at the last second, Eddie Thorpe pulls Axiom out of the ring and then jumps in and covers Lexis King for the 1, 2, 3. He is the final qualifier for the NCVA.
You talk. I'm actually researching something. It's a tweet that I saw this morning that could be quite relevant. I need to find it.
He's trying his best, isn't he?
Yeah.
This was fine. I'll never, ever remember it. Barely do now because we're recording it a bit later in the day today. It's an upset, same as the women's match. The upset was sort of, what's happening here then? And then obviously we would find out what's happening here then with the sort of stuff later on, of which we can speculate on. There's like a reality option, which is pretty cool.
Oh my God.
And then a completely out of this world option, which is Jesus Christ, oh my God, cooler than cool. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, nobody made a bad account for themselves here. And Axiom continues to be kind of a real special case of a talent in WWE at the moment, because he is obviously a total piece under that mask. He's proven himself a really, really great tag wrestler, but I don't think I know the ceiling for him as a singles guy in WWE. And I say that about Nathan Frazier too, to be absolutely fair to the both of them. It's hard to work out. Size will, no matter what differences Triple H has to Vince McMahon, size will always be an issue, because the stages and the buildings and everything simply do get bigger. And WWE, you only need to look at someone like a Shelton Benjamin in AEW for how WWE promotes size, and how Shelton was always just kind of a normal-looking guy, for the want of a better phrase. So I don't know with Axiom and Fraser, but watching Axiom here, and he doesn't have a lot of singles matches, so you're reminded, or where he wrestles as a singles wrestler. I can't figure out how high the ceiling is for him, because they'll see him as a homegrown, developed, masked talent at this point, and they're they might go all the way with someone like him when in their constant quest for a Rey Mysterio replacement that has yet again failed with Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio's stem cells.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio's replacement, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, sometimes Axiom feels a little bit special.
No, he's good. I can tell. Very, very, very good.
Tell how much I'm invested in the Axiom story, though, because for a split second, as Axiom's getting pulled out of the ring, I'm like, is that Nathan Fraser doing that?
Yeah.
But obviously it was Eddie Thorpe.
Aye.
Thoughts on the match?
It's okay, wasn't it? Lexis King did a dive to the outside, and I went, wait.
Good account of himself, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. Good account of himself. If you look at anyone else who can do a flip, he's still the worst.
Yeah. Following this,
Is he in it? He is?
Yeah, probably.
we get a FaceTime from Amy. She hasn't got the surname. She's a Rock's daughter, general manager of NXT. She's FaceTime with her 2 assistants, one of which I recognise both of them. One of them Stevie Turner. The other one, not sure.
It's Robert Stone.
She says, been checking on Trick, but the match at Deadline will still go ahead. He doesn't care how injured he is. It's happening. And then we sort of see Roxanne Perez walking to the ring, and then we come back. Cora Jade's pissed off. Everyone's against her. She storms off. Eddie walks in. He's like, "Where's Ava?" She hasn't got a surname. She's Rock's daughter, general manager of NXT. And they say, "Oh, she's not here." He's like, "Bloody typical." Well, I'm going to be the Iron Survivor. Just go out and watch me, basically. And Stevie's like, is it me? Is just everyone pissed off? And I thought, okay, well, on to Roxanne Perez. And then, just for a split second, her and, other bloke,
Robert Stone,
see someone that we can't see, and their eyes pop out their skulls. And I'm like, what's happening here?
I've seen a theory, not mine, that I'll talk about at the end of this show. Not only is there a mystery attacker who might probably be the same person as the person that they went, oh, who's that? But there's also the Andre Chase person mystery. What's a
Second mystery.
maybe even a third?
So, we get a promo from the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, ahead of NXT Deadline. She says, look, it's this Saturday. It could be life-changing. I'm sure all the people in the match are used to waking up without Christmas presents. But this time, one of them are going to have an NXT Women's title match. Following this.
Stack's talking about that once.
Yeah, good times.
I missed that, didn't I?
Yeah.
You doing something or other?
I have to go back and watch it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just recycle it this year. I don't know. She talks about how the match changed her, but everyone's fine, basically, to be second best to her. She congratulates Ren Sinclair, says, look, no one believed in me either, but you can't beat me. Sol Ruka, yes, you're always one soul snatcher away, but you can't snatch my soul. Julia, you can't beat me when it counts. Zari
She
and
stinks, doesn't she?
Zari and Stephanie
That's a good hell.
Zari and Stephanie back here beat her in tag matches, but it doesn't matter if you travel the whole world. No one can beat me. And
Punk teaching it.
I know that we talk about matches and how important reps are, and I do get this one day. Go on, Stumbly Bumbly. Nail one, just once. You've got everything else. Nail it. And she continues not to, and it's like, is this the smart development, or you just simply don't put her in long promo segments and let the wrestler do the talking with you?
Yeah.
Lots of ways to skin the cat.
It's called a
Unless it's
promo.
Shawn Michaels, in which there's one, and it's 5 times per Royal Rumble.
Well, he's a hunter as well, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, this leads to all of them coming out. Sol,
It's Shawn Michaels. One way to skin the cat. There's 50 ways to shoot one. There's only Shawn Michaels as I live my weird life.
Arsehole.
so this leads to them all coming out. Sol, Zarya, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. They all confront each
He's
other.
a dick. He's a dick, man.
They all confront Roxanne Perez.
Everyone in management in WWE is a dickhead.
Her brawl
Said
breaks
it.
out.
That's right. He'll go there.
Ren Sinclair lays out Roxanne Perez and holds the title over her as the show seemingly ends, but not before. To the back. Oh yeah, you kind of covered the promo. Do you want to say?
Yeah, it sucked ass.
Yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we clarify what that was.
Yeah, just an official declaration. It sucked days.
But no one cares about that because to the back.
So you don't care about NXT?
No, I do, but I mean it's superseded by what came next. Eddie Thorpe has been laid out. He has been attacked by a mystery assailant. Who attacked Eddie Thorpe?
It's Hikuleo.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
That's what I've read.
Oh my
Not from
God.
a source, just some rando poster speculating.
That's good, because we took that and went into 100 with The Rock.
It's not The Rock, dude.
But The Rock sending the Bloodline Hikuleo does make sense. There's a revenge attack there. There's also the possibility, just in terms of getting the spot, because it's like, funny that I was invited into any of this tournament, and I'm just going to take the spot through physicality. It's the return of Obafemi.
Oh my God.
Ah.
He just bulldozes his way into the match with violence, but I really do like the Bloodline stuff.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
Me mention this every podcast, mate, so I know that you love the Bloodline stuff.
My
Yeah,
favourite
but she hasn't
storyline
got-
ever in wrestling.
She hasn't got a surname. She's the Rock's daughter and the general manager of NXT and the Booker and Crook of the Year. She's actually got, you might not have spotted this before, a link to the Bloodline. Like, she had to be reminded that she's part of that Bloodline.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Well, Paul Heyman was showing her the words "the Bloodline" in massive letters on his phone once, and I think that subtle messaging might have got through.
I've just thought as well, we haven't considered the alternative to this, which there wasn't a mystery attack on Eddie Thorpe. He was just stood in the back, watching tape on his phone or whatever. And it's the new gimmick from Mark Coffey. He bumps into doors and just KOs people. Second week in the blue. That keeps happening.
Oh, the turntables have turned.
That's not what he sounds like, though, so it'll be like,
Blake keeps happening. I can't believe that.
yeah, good.
I love this ending to the show.
So I've read Hikuleo. It could be like, is Eddie Thorpe going to make it even into the Iron Survivor? And it's like, goddamn no, because this Tala Tonga is just taking a spot.
Sent by The Rock as well.
You know how I say that wrestling's awful? That it desperately... WWE, why would they change? AEW needs to revolutionize the way in which they do their formatting. Like, nothing that I could do myself, and I pay to do it. They need to just get away from scripted US TV wrestling nonsense, and maybe they can forge their own path and develop a new audience. And these terrible props and these car angles. Here's a tweet from Danny at DAJOSC11. If you don't follow Danny, they're like women's wrestling enthusiasts. The tweet: Jade Cargill, Camille, Jey Uso, and now Eddie Thorpe. The same mystery attacker angle has happened 4 times in 12 days. The same exact wrestling angle once every 3 days. Something needs to happen.
You're like, I'll be Partridge at the Tony Hayes meeting. That's one way to look at it. The way is, people like them. Let's make more of them. You see, there's a word in there, who done it hidden in there, and it's who. And that's who we get to ask now for 3 weeks for some lame payoff. We got like another Gabbo, a second Gabbo.
3 weeks. Could be this Saturday, baby.
The reveal of this. When are we even going to get to the Chase U one? That's not even a car park attack. That's
have all your Christmas presents on one day.
But
you can.
Very, very
Christmas Day, actually.
Who was the AEW one again? I've forgotten that.
Camille,
of course.
I think it was on Rampage.
Oh.
Because people were like, you've lost the Mercedes thing and they've just written you off television. Uh-oh. Maybe one of them Charlotte Flair.
Oh my God.
Well, let us know your thoughts on NXT in the comment section or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, you can follow all 3 of us. You can follow Michael Hamflet at
Michael Hamflet.
Go again.
Follow Michael Hamflet at
Michael Hamflet.
Follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
Follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow our brilliant producer.
Follow up perturbed.
At Bracadababadoo.
It's been a long day. It's Adam Nicholas. You can follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, and make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from. For daily wrestling podcast, the Dynamite preview is available right now. But for now, this has been the NXT review. My thanks to Hamflet, Sidgwick, Stacks. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.